Hey everyone, Jenna Cook, Norwex Independent Sales Consultant here, coming to you from my basement. Give everybody a few minutes while they get logged on. Everybody's clock's a little different. I would have been on right at 7, but I tripped on my computer cord. Darla will find that funny. And so I tripped on my computer cord and pulled the power out of the wall, so I had to get that hooked back up. But yes, you're probably wondering, what in the world is that lady wearing on her head? But since I talked about it this week leading up, this is the Norwex hair turban, and this will reduce your hair drying time by 75%. So I did take a shower a little bit ago, and I decided I was going to just throw some product in my hair and make it curly. So when I take this down, sometimes it looks like a disaster, but that's not far from what I usually look like. But so I just wanted to show you guys what that was all about. Ta-da! Hi, Stephanie. You'll have to watch that beginning again for me wearing the hair turban. But while everybody gets logged on, I want to show you a couple of things that I don't traditionally do in a group, but Stephanie told me that quite a few of you are regular Norwex users. So I don't want to go over things that you guys might be super familiar with if you've been to a party. So I will still talk about as much as I normally would in a demo, but I will breeze through some things. So if anybody has any questions or I need to explain something more clearly, just let me know. So who's nervous? Not me. So something else I wanted to show you, and again, something I don't typically do, but I am going to, what did I do with that cloth? See, tripping on the computer cord threw me off. It's right here. Hold on. Okay. I'm just going to take my iMic off because I might as well be ready for bed, right? 7 o'clock here. Becky's on Arizona time, so that's a little later, but I've been up with the kids since 6, so I'm ready to get ready for bed. So I take my body cloth, I wring it out. You still want it to be a little bit wet. Your eyes are delicate, and the body cloth is going to exfoliate. So this is what I use. I use no product. I used to use that brand of the ladies that drive the pink Cadillacs. I used to use that stuff, which I loved, and I still think they're a superior product to a lot of things. But hey, listen, if I don't have to spend $15 on eye makeup remover and then money on their cleansers and things like that, water. It's removing 99% of bacteria from the surface of my skin, as well as it's exfoliating. And what I like about the body cloth is that it's just taking off waterproof mascara, black eyeliner, gone. So that's one of my this is the very cloth that started me on this. So it will get some marks on it, but that doesn't reduce its effectiveness. When I do a deep clean with the microfiber laundry booster, and I scrub that against itself, those will come out. So it's no big deal. So there you go, clean, fresh face for you. So that's what I look like with makeup, and this is what I look like without makeup. So for every hi Joyce, Darla, the story you told me yesterday, that I said I was going to post anonymously. Darla yesterday had a procedure at the hospital, a couple of tests, and one of them was a stress test. And so of course she said, yeah, but my next test I'm not allowed to wear deodorant for. She said, and they're back to back. What do I do? And of course she was testing me because she already knew what she was going to do. She already had a good plan. She brought her body cloth along, just wet it in a sink. I mean, you really can have that on the go. Gave herself a little pit scrub down, and she was no stinkier for the wear. So that's a great testimonial. So I'll tell you a little bit about me real quick. Again, my name is Jenna Cook. I'm a Norwex Independent Sales Consultant. I met Miss Stephanie at a party of Darla, who's here in the group. Darla and I worked together at Starbucks for several years. And then after I got home from college and whatnot, and here I have 2 kids and a husband. Darla and I have reconnected, and she had a party, and then here we are. So I appreciate Stephanie introducing me to family and friends and having me here to talk to you guys a little bit. But like I said, I'm going to do some things that are just not traditional. So if I fumble, stumble, this is not my regular shtick, because I wanted to show you guys some things that you just don't always see at an in-home party or an online party. So, well, I started selling Norwex in November, and I've been using it for years, but my friend said, you like to talk about it, you like talking with people, you're a stay-at-home mom, you could probably use some extra cash, because who couldn't? And so I do anywhere between 2 and 4 parties a month. Sometimes they're in-home parties. People really seem to like the Facebook parties, you know, give you information all week long, talk to you guys for about 45 minutes, and then anybody places an order they want, we move on with our life, and hopefully Stephanie gets some awesome, good freebies. So that is what brought us all together today. So I think that if you guys have all been pretty familiar with Norwex, you're going to know about the 2 most basic cloths, which is the Enviro cloth and the window cloth. I always remind people Enviro cloth starts with E. Everything starts with E. What can you use your Enviro cloth for? Everything. But it's like our most basic, most versatile go-to cloth for any project. So, oh, and I forgot to mention, for all you West Virginia folk, I rocked out my Wheeling, you can't see it, Wheeling Brewing Company shirt today for you guys. For my 5-year anniversary, went down to Ogle Bay, and here we are. So I did that for you guys. Hi, Hannah. So E is for everything. So this is your go-to. So we have, gets rid of the dirt, dust, bacteria, removes the 99% of the bacteria off the surface. Window cloth, polishes and shines. So they're like the tag team. 1-2 punch. So you're gonna wipe your chrome fixtures. You're gonna wipe down your windows, your stainless refrigerator, get all those dishwasher, whatever, and then you're gonna lightly. Some people push too hard with this, and then you will get streaks. It's just a very gentle with the window cloth. Another tip I like to give is with the Enviro cloth, you have regular square here cloth, fold it in half again. Now you have 8 clean sides before you have to go to your sink to scrub it against itself to get back to your cleaning job. So I figure the less times you go back to the sink, the better, because another thing that a lot of people, besides being green, less chemicals in their home, healthier, a lot of people like Norwex because it's fast. When you don't have to find the window cleaner, the oven cleaner, the toilet cleaner, all these different stops, you know, you're switching chemicals, you're switching rags. So here you go. This is what you're going to use. So I will do the butter demonstration and the chicken and the raw chicken demonstration really quick for anybody that isn't familiar with Norwex. These are like our kind of standard go-tos because they really show you the power of these cloths. And really, if you haven't seen it, it's one of those things that really will blow you away. So I hate to not do it if there's even one person in this group that hasn't seen it. Excuse me, these allergies. So we're going to start with the raw chicken demo first, and I actually call this the raw pork demo because pork is cheaper than chicken, so I buy pork. So right here, I have a piece of raw pork, and what I'm going to show you is that this Norwex Enviro cloth can remove, their Norwex microfiber can remove 99% of bacteria from a surface when following proper care and instructions. What this is going to do, I'm going to show you, this is a protein swab test, and this is what like health inspectors use. So they're going to come in and health inspectors are going to swab the counters, and they're going to see, does it pass or fail? If protein is on the surface, that means that whatever chemical or whatever cleaner they're using in that restaurant is not working. If it's leaving protein, it means it's not removing. Protein is smaller than bacteria, so if it's picking up protein, then we're good. So I could do this test with a swab of peanut butter. I could do this test with, I mean, this is not savory, but I could do this on a toilet seat because urine has protein in it. So there's a whole bunch of different things. So I'm going to tilt the camera down so you guys can see what I have going on here. And at my last party, my table, I have one of these tables that like comes up so that it's like a coffee table that comes up high so you can eat at it, and it completely collapsed down to the floor. So hopefully that doesn't happen to us today. A quick plug for an additional product. This is a plastic cutting board that I used to use all the time. And this was one of my favorites. But if you look really closely, you see all those cut marks and knife marks. And, you know, it hit me when I started using Norwex. Where does that plastic go? And where does the bacteria get in? So I don't use these anymore. Sounds like one of my children just came through the ceiling, but this is the Norwex cutting board. What I love about this cutting board is made of food grade rice husks, okay? So if your knife does nick this, what are you eating? Rice husks, okay? You have a groove around the edge. It's going to catch any like meat juices, anything like that. If you're cutting pineapple or something, it's going to catch the juices. We also have in the corner here, you can hang it by this hole. And then there's on the back, rubber grippies so it doesn't slide around, which is really important because I don't know about anybody else, but I have sliced my finger pretty good with a Cutco knife before. So anyways, I'm going to do my raw pork demo here on this cutting board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of raw pork that I had already shown you guys, and I'm going to rub it on here. And you can't see as well here as you would in person, but this is visibly wet with pork goo. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my EnviroCloth, and I'm going to wipe this surface. Okay, and then I'm going to lay the cloth here face up because I'm going to also show you when I test the swab, I'm not going to get any carryover between the two here. So on the protein test strip, there are several different levels of passing. And well, one level of passing, the rest are failing. Green is good, green is go. Then we have gray and two different levels of purple, all failing. So we're going to start by dipping this directly onto our raw pork so that you can see that on this pork, this is going to cause the test to fail for protein. And now I have pork on my fingers, but that's okay because I have an EnviroCloth to wipe. Okay, so very quickly this is going to start getting several different shades. So we're already past gray and into purple. So this is going to continue to get darker. By the end of this demonstration, this will be like the darkest shade of purple you can imagine. But this fails. I dipped it directly on the pork. It fails. Okay, so now I've wiped this already. I've wiped it clean. Now I'm going to show you protein swab. Rub it on the cutting board. I'm going to wipe it on the cloth where I wiped the pork up. And I'm going to show you green. So that is passing. No protein residue coming off of that surface. And these are very sensitive. So just shows you how superior this cloth is. And when you don't have to use, say, this product that I'm sure everybody has used, they're expensive. You have to leave the surface visibly wet for 4 minutes. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I don't buy those anymore because all I need is this. And I can use this on my kitchen counters. I can use this on my toilets. I can use this in my car. I can use this. I know Darla wipes her silverware at work that she keeps in her desk after she eats. This is removing that. So this is great. Next thing I'm going to show you is the butter demo. So really quickly, I have a little dollar spot mirror from Target. I'm going to smear butter on both sides of this. Why do you use butter? People say, do you need butter when you clean your windows? No, you don't need butter to clean your windows, thank goodness. But what the butter is going to be mimicking is bugs on your windshield, toothpaste splatters, because everybody's got a spouse or a son or a roommate that is less than tidy. So get a paper towel here, and I'm going to wipe a little bit of butter just to show you how awesome of a job this window cloth does. And the window cloth is a great gift, you know, Father's Day gift. I have so many guys and people that call me and I'll say like, oh my gosh, my dad tried that for his car and he's like obsessed. So I smeared butter pretty equally on both sides here. And I'm just going to show you that with, okay, this is a 2 selecta size is what I'm going to use. And I have some window cleaner, glass cleaner, whatever you want to call it here. Unnamed brand. Okay. And I'm going to wipe. This is when the table dropped last time, so be prepared. Don't be scared. Okay. So you're going to see pretty streaky. I'd need at least one more paper, probably one more paper towel and another good wipe. But that's not necessary because watch, I've got my EnviroCloth and I'm going to wipe off that butter. And then I'm going to take my window cloth and I'm going to polish and shine. And it will even clean up what the glass cleaner didn't. And now I have a mirror ready for my next party, all clean. So those two usually wow people. So I love this demo. Yeah, it really is good. So let's move on to cleaning paste because cleaning paste is my jam. I am borderline obsessed with it. It's like in my big fat Greek wedding when the dad like sprays window cleaner, glass cleaner on everything. Like, somebody broke their arm. A little glass cleaner. Yeah, that's me with cleaning paste. I find like new uses for it all the time. So let's see here. I made a nice pile of things because I want to show some new things. But here we have our cleaning paste. And what's awesome about the cleaning paste, you know, it doesn't have any harsh odor. It's made with active ingredients, marble flour, natural soap, traces of coconut oil. It smells refreshing. So, and I don't wear gloves to use it. You know, these aren't. I used to clean my oven, or my glass stovetop with this product. Worked all right. Didn't get all of the stuff off, and it was the reason I didn't really like my glass stovetop. Ba-bam. Cleaning paste. I don't mind cleaning my stovetop anymore, and it comes off with ease, and that's a big deal to me. Plus, one of these tubs lasts the average person about 2 years. So over time, this is saving you money. Plus, I like being able to go to one product. This will take care of soap scum. This will take care of car rims. This will clean the white parts, like the white sole part of your tennis shoes. Golf clubs. Sinks. It's an amazing product. But you can use, so on my stovetop, I use, this is called a Spira sponge. This is what I use. You could sell it in a 2-pack for $10.99, but I use this. I wet this. I swipe it across the cleaning paste, and I scrub those spots on the glass stovetop that get marked up. It's amazing what it cleans off. But say I'm doing something a little bit more harsh, like last week when I did the golf clubs, or I'm cleaning some sort of spill inside the oven. But because I do have a self-cleaning oven, but let me tell you, I don't use it because it makes your house hot, it stinks, and you can just do this even faster. Who wants their oven on for 4 hours? So this is a Spira net. It comes in a 2-pack also, $5.99 I believe, maybe $6.99, but I think $5.99. And so I use this, wet it, same thing, swipe it across the cleaning paste, inside of the oven doors, all sorts of applications for this. So just a quick reminder, if you've never purchased the cleaning paste, it is called paste. It is not paste-like. It is chalk-like. See a white dust on my finger? What turns it into the paste is when you swipe it across with whatever wet application you're using. So here's my EnviroCloth, a couple wipes across it, and now I have it on there. So you can use this for all sorts of things. I have a sample of my wood floor and a sample of my bathroom tile. Stephanie, please do not be offended. It still has the last girl's name of a party that had the last girl that had a party for me on it because I didn't take the time to clean it off. It has been a crazy day here in the Cook household. So her name was Laura, and this now says Ara, but this is my bamboo kitchen floor. And I'm going to put this down here so you can see. Again, just a couple of swipes across the cleaning paste. And I'm going to take the A off in Laura. And this has been on here for a week. So, you know, this isn't just Sharpie. I wrote 5 minutes. Excuse me, I'm not supposed to say Sharpie. A permanent marker. This is not permanent marker that I just did, as you can see. Oh, where's my camera? There we go. Came right off. Same thing with the tile. This is my bathroom tile. I'm just going to take out 2 of the O's and oops. And then it'll be PS, as in PS, buy cleaning paste. So there's so many things I could say about that, but this is my stuff. So moving on, a demo that I have never done during a party, especially a Facebook party, but I think this is pretty darn cool, and you guys are going to, I think, really enjoy it, is where is it? So this is our countercloth. The countercloth is meant to replace paper towels. So anything you would grab paper towel for, cooking, just drying your hands, you spill some juice on the floor, you know, anything you'd go for a paper towel. It's the size of a Select-A-Size paper towel. What I'm going to show you, and there is a 1/4 cup of water in each of these measuring cups. Now, why is that water brown? Just so you guys could see clearly, I added some of my son's prune juice just for color contrast. So just so you could see that. So 1/4 cup in each. So I'm going to put the countercloth in here, and I'm just going to show you the absorbency power of this little cloth. So I'm going to let that sit. And then I'm going to show you how many paper towels, Select-A-Size paper towels, it's going to take to absorb that same amount. So here we have 1 Easter Select-A-Size paper towel. Okay. Here we have 2 Easter Select-A-Size paper towels. Okay. Number 3. Select-A-Size Easter paper towel. And what's important about this, not only are paper towels not awesome for the environment, they are often made of virgin tree wood, which, you know, they're just cutting trees down to make paper towels. Here's number 4. And also sometimes they're bleached. And let's be honest, I want more room in my cart at Costco or Sam's Club. This is number 5. For things like, you know, 18 pounds of cottage cheese and 16 boxes of Cheerios. So let's not waste our cart space having to get paper towels and giant jugs of laundry detergent. And okay, keep getting the toilet paper, because I don't think Norwex has come up with a suitable solution to that problem yet. Okay, so far, let's see. We are on 5 Select-A-Size towels. Nope, there's still some in there. Okay, we got 6. Oops, that one ripped. 7. All right, that 7 might do it. Let's see. Okay. Yep, 7 Select-A-Size paper towels. And now nothing dripped out, okay? Here is 1 Norwex countercloth. I'm going to turn it and just get a good spin here. Okay. You're going to see there's still a serious dry spot up here that has not even been touched by the prune juice water mix. Same thing down here. And no water is dumping out. Look at all that goodness. So, why spend the money when you can spend the money and reuse? Are you still going to need paper towels in your house? Most likely. I have not gotten to the point where I don't have a roll, but I can tell you that I'm not buying them even half as much as I was before. So I also use this if you have anybody has kids, grandkids. This is great. Just quick wipe the mouth after they eat, fingers, hands. It dries so super quickly. And as with any other Norwex product, you want to run it under hot water, rub it against itself to get off any chunks or anything like that. Bring it out as dry as possible and hang by the tag. Everything hang by the tag. You want that back lock to go to work. The back lock technology, if somebody's not familiar with back lock, it is a self-cleaning agent. There's liquid silver embedded into these cloths. And it's like coffee and creamer. Once you pour your creamer into that coffee, they're together. You can't get that creamer back out. The liquid silver is poured into this cloth. It's not coming out. They are one. So that's why you don't get the stanky rag smell after one day like you do with a normal dishcloth at your house now. If you're using a Norwex product and you're following proper care and you're scrubbing it against itself and you're wringing it out and you're letting it dry and you're letting that back lock go to work, my grandma just was bragging the other day to one of her church friends that she was able to use the same dishcloth that her granddaughter got her for 3 weeks before she washed it. Now, is that typical for everybody? Maybe not. It depends how much you cook. But she cooks 5 nights a week, so I think it's impressive. Okay, let me catch up on who I missed talking. Hi, Becky. Let's see here. Okay, that's all I missed is, hey, Becky. So I am a big fan of the countercloths. They come in 2 different color palettes. One's sort of beachy, and then one's more earthy. The mushroom colors, the slate. The other one's like sea mist and teal. So, cheers. Another product, big fan of. I know Darla is all about this. I don't know, Stephanie, if you've come across this yet, but this should be on your must-have list. This is the chenille hand towel. And what's awesome about this, and a lot of people I just really don't think, maybe don't think about it, maybe don't want to think about it, but you go to a party. Let's say Stephanie has a party and she just has a regular towel in her bathroom. And I go to the bathroom and I wash my hands and I wipe my hands on here. And then little Johnny goes in the bathroom and, well, he kind of washes his hands, but, you know, he's in a hurry to get back out and play with his friends. And, you know, boys will be boys. And so he's just not, his hands aren't that clean. And he wipes his hands on that hand towel. And then Stephanie goes in the bathroom after Johnny. And she washes her hands and she dries them. And she now has anything I didn't get off of my hands on her hands, and anything Johnny, who did not wash his hands well, dried on that towel as well. What's nice about this is there's no transfer from person to person. And this is like pet to dry. You just kind of rub your hand against it, super absorbent, and it's not passing bacteria from me to Johnny to Stephanie. So this is an awesome product. You can loop it over you know, your oven. You can, like the handlebar on your oven, bathroom. Does not hang beautifully on round towel rod things, round ones, but this is a great product. I love this. Although, I mean, I say everything's a great product, but I sincerely, this is not the one I use, but I have one of these up in my bathroom. My kids in their bathroom, they make children's ones in different animals. There's a bear, there's a cat, there's a pig. And then there's one other one, but I can't think of it right now. And it teaches really good hand washing techniques for kids. Wash your hands well, dry them well. There you have it. So the little house for the countercloths is very adorable. So you can get 6 countercloths with this little metal house. And the purpose of the house is to store the unused countercloth, as well as the roof you use to lay a cloth across to dry, which is very cool. So that's that. Moving on, again, like I said, I'm talking about unsung heroes here for Norwex, just trying to give you guys some different things. Chapsticks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This timeless lip balm is I think it's $4.99, $5.99. It's just like a regular, what is this one? Aloe, coconut. This is mine. I use this one. I use this every day. And then there's these 2 other ones. These are more like a specialty one. They're bigger. And I'm drawing a blank on the prices of them, but if you want, we can certainly discuss that later. This is pineapple coconut, and this one is black raspberry. My mom's friend is hooked on this black raspberry. But it's only been 6 months, and she's buying another one now, so they last a long time as well. So those are very nice. Let's do a quick talk about laundry. If you are new to Norwex laundry detergent, it comes in powdered. It used to be called Up Ultra Power Plus. It's now just called powdered laundry detergent. If I could see it on my table here. Okay, I swear I have a bag. All right, I've lost. Oh, it's right next to me. So this is the laundry detergent, and most people's response to me is, "That's the laundry detergent? That is the littlest bag of laundry detergent I've ever seen." Yeah, good things come in small packages, let me tell you. Right, Darla? Short people, small packages. It's great. This one bag for a high efficiency machine says it will do 100 loads. It says 66 standard loads. Well, I can tell you that I use substantially less than what it recommends, because with the Pennsylvania hard water, I do not need that big of a scoop. This recommendation is based more on European machines. So this is the scoop that comes with your detergent. Okay, I recommend that you throw this away. I have just a teaspoon, and I use for one super load. Now again, there's 4 in my family, 2 kids under the age of 3. There's some mess. 2 teaspoons in a super load, 2 teaspoons. This detergent has no fillers, no optic brighteners, no, hold on, I gotta read, no phosphates, no SLS, no SLES, no chlorine, or no bleach, no animal testing, dyes, or fragrances. So this is the stuff. So a little goes a long way, and that means that it saves you money. Sorry, Darla, I can't really pass up a chance to take a little dig at you. And yes, that towel is awesome, Becky. You really would like it. So that's about this. The liquid, same. You've got to adjust. It says 6 pumps for a super load on the back of it, and they are short little pumps, but it's still too much. My brother lives in Texas. He uses half of that in the Austin area. So you got to tweak a little bit, and some people will just say, well, that makes me nervous. I just like in the back of my, leading detergent in the leading selling detergent in this country, I like to fill it up to this second line and dump it in. But you're dumping in a whole bunch of things, fragrances that are not necessarily safe for your family. One of the fillers that's used is animal fat, crushed up animal bones, and powdered detergents. I mean, who needs that? How about you just give me what I need to wash clothes? So that's what I like about that. I'll just do a quick show here of, this is one of the top sellers of laundry detergent. This is another detergent, and this is another one of America's favorite detergents. So I'm clubbering this because I don't want anybody to, and I'm not calling anybody out. This one made me gag when I was making it. These all have 1 cup of water in it. Same water, same everything. And then they have the amount of detergent needed for 1 load of laundry. So as you can see, green made me gag because it was supposed to smell like fresh something, but it was so intense and so strong, I could not wait till the water cooled that I could put the lid on. This one is chunky and has things floating in it and weird foamy bubbles. And this one, hey, look, it looks like water. This one is your Norwex laundry detergent. Shake it up. You are going to see it will, bubble, but you don't have any sediment. I think I just made that jar leak on me, but hey, it's Norwex, so what do I care? It doesn't smell like anything. So there you go. Which would you rather wash your clothes with is what I say. Stephanie, the stain remover is amazing. Got some stains that were set. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I put through the wash, like, please come out, please come out. I really don't want to have to spot treat you. And then sometimes I forget and it'll go through the dryer. And what's nice is there are the stain remover and the laundry detergent. Sometimes it will get it out on a 2nd and 3rd try. My mom and grandma used to always say, once you dry it, that stain is set. But They both have converted to Norwex, and now they know you can let a couple of stains get past you and maybe worry about it on the next go around the sun. So those are those. Another new spring product that we have is dishwashing detergent. It's only in powder form right now. They had released some pods, but they weren't satisfied with the responses they were getting about some oversudsing. So they've taken that off the market right now to reformulate, but they also created some rinse aid. I used to use this rinse aid and worked fine. My glasses were clear, but I never knew there was a little adjuster on the inside of the rinse aid dispenser, and I put the Norwex in, and I noticed that my dishes were a little bit cloudy because it was too much rinse aid, because with most of Norwex products, ultra concentrated. So I was able to turn that rinse aid dispenser from 4 all the way down to 1, and it is now dispensing the least amount, and my dishes look awesome. I'm super happy with them, and I'm using less. And again, everybody knows this stuff is not cheap. So you might spend, people will say, well, Norwex is a little bit expensive. I don't deny that it's expensive, but the cost savings over a long run, if this cloth costs you $18.49, sure, you could buy a cleaner and a roll of paper towels, but you're not just getting one. How many of those are you buying in a year? This you wash and you reuse. Good for Mother Earth, good for your family, dogs, everybody. You don't want your dogs and pets walking around and getting chemicals through their little paws, their feet. I like to save money, and I like to save the body burden of my family where I can. There's pollutants everywhere. You're breathing all sorts of things in. But if you can do something at home, make your home a safe haven. Do it. That wasn't an order. That sounded really drill sergeant. Do it. The other thing about laundry, dryer balls. Some people use 3, some people use 6. I know Darla's a 6er. I'm a 3 user. These are wool dryer balls. We also have rubber dryer balls. Either or. The thing I like about the wool, I like that they just naturally disintegrate on their own over time. They have a 2-year warranty, so I'm not talking soon. I have a friend who's had the same set for 5 years. But they will eventually just fall apart, and hey, they're wool. But the other thing I like about it is that it reduces drying time. If you properly, so I just set my stuff on 20 minutes and I check it. Depending on the fabric, some things are completely dry and it's unbelievable because it keeps the clothes separate. Other thing I like about the wool dryer balls is you can put some essential oils. So if you like scent in your laundry, I personally don't care. I don't mind no scent at all. I think the fragrance in my shampoo and maybe a little spritz of body spray is enough scent for me in my life. But you could put my grandma puts lavender on hers, and she always smells like a pleasant lady, so that's an option too. Let's do this. So these are produce bags. Now, I've heard people using them for a lot of things. You could put sand toys at the beach in here. Some people pack lunches in them. But you take these to the grocery store with you. Say you're getting 5 oranges and you throw them in there. Or a handful of green beans and you throw them in here. You can also wash that produce in this bag. But the average American uses 200 of those little plastic bags in the produce section of the grocery store in a year. That's a lot of plastic. Also, the average plastic bag, like when you check out and you get a plastic bag, is used for, on average in this country, 12 minutes. And it takes a whole lot longer to go bye-bye because most of them don't get recycled. So these are really cool. Excuse me. What else? I have to talk about this. This is a new product this spring also. So this is our rubber broom. And what's cool about the rubber broom is a whole bunch of things. But this will get dog hair, say if it's on a rug, carpet. My mom doesn't the dog doesn't go in my mom's new carpeted family room. She has gates up. But when I use this right inside where the gates are, just where the dog's hair has gone from the kitchen into that room, it is incredible. She's like, the dog isn't even in this room. I can't even believe that's how much hair you're getting up. And it's so easy. It's effortless. Just pulls up with the rubber, and then I just scoop it up. But what's nice, the other side has a squeegee on it. So you could use this to clean windows. Say you have a party foul and somebody spills wine, you can squeegee that up. I dropped an entire container of parsley when I was cooking not too long ago. I scooped it up with the squeegee. I have a mom who uses this to clean up her kids' Legos, because Legos in a parent's foot are like the worst thing ever. And if you can just pull these into one nice pile and know that at 3 in the morning you're not going to step on one, it's amazing. But it has a handle here. It goes up. I put it on the lowest setting when my daughter wants to use it, which, hey, listen, if you're 3 and you want to clean, you might as well earn your keep. But it can be in a very comfortable position. It's easy on the back. So you can also indoor, outdoor. I use this for leaves. I knocked down a wall here in my basement, which you cannot see. But I cleaned up all the plaster chunks using this. So awesome. Yes. And Darla's right. I used it to get snow off my car. And so, Becky, that does not affect you in any way possible in Arizona. But us PA and West Virginia gals do know that snow comes a whole lot. And this is awesome because especially you can make it really long. I can get the top of my husband's truck with this, which is a big 2500 truck. So, awesome. Dusting. We'll talk about dusting. And then we're going to talk about the mop. And then I'm going to wrap up. So, dusting was once a dreaded job for me. I used this guy. And when I used this guy and I cleaned my ceiling fans, I would wipe my ceiling fans and I'd be so pleased that the ceiling fans no longer had dust on them, but then I would be so sad because it was now time to wash my sheets because my sheets were covered in dust. Things didn't cling to this quite like it was supposed to. So we say, see ya to that. And we have 2 things to dust with Norwex. Both work, but to each his own. This is the dusting mitt. Goes on your hand just like a mitten. This is going to grab that dust. Here's what's important to know about the mitt, and really with any microfiber. If you want something to cling to it, you want to build static charge. So there are 2 ways to build static charge. You can reach down if you have carpet and scrub your hand against the carpet 4 or 5 times. Now you have static. You can take it off, rub it against itself. Now you have static. Static is your friend when it comes to dusting. So I'm going to move my EnviroCloth and I'm going to move my cutting board, and I am going to show you guys using flour, cooking flour, to mimic dust. So just going to wipe with my hand. And you can see all that flour is where it's supposed to be. I didn't brush it onto the floor. I scooped it up and there it is. Now, you want to get rid of that dust? You can go outside. You can bang this against the bricks of your house, side of your house. You can clap your hands. You can do a whole bunch of different things. Take it off and shake it. But the Norwex rubber brush, which is the same concept as the rubber broom. The rubber broom is about 2 of these. This is great for getting that off. So you just do this. And of course, now I'm redusting my table with flour, but you get the point. You do that right over the trash can. This is great with the mop for the same purpose, getting off. But as I've explained to some people with pets, this will take pet hair off of a pillowcase. This will, on your carpeted steps, you can get into the cracks. You won't believe the things that even if you regularly vacuum that you can get, even if you don't have pets, the amount of human hair you can pull out of your carpet. Couches. I had a friend with a 6-month-old couch. She has 2 dogs. She vacuums the couch weekly. She called me and she's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how much dog hair this is getting off of my couch, and this is a brand new stinking couch. So this is a very cool thing. I'd say awesome product, but I probably said that if somebody's keeping a counter 23 times. The other dusting thing we have here is the Enviro wand. Makes me want to cuddle. It's so soft. So it's the same material as the chenille hand towel that I showed you guys. Cool about this. So you're going to do your fans. Let's crank that down and reach up and clean those fans. Maybe a tall bookshelf. Maybe something really narrow you just want to reach straight back in and clean. Great. But another cool feature of this, so you have a soft side, just like a plain microfiber side, and then you have these little nubbies. You can pop the handle off, okay? And now this can attach to your mop. So say you have, like I was just at a friend's house in Chicago, she has a 2-story family room. So it's a very, very high ceiling. She said, I've lived here for 5 years and I've never cleaned those ceiling fans because if I got a ladder out, I'd probably fall and break my neck. I got a 2-step step stool out and I attached this to the mop and I reached up, I turned it down and I rubbed. And she was like, oh, gross, I can't believe all that stuff that's up there. And her mother said the same thing, except she said, oh my gosh, and it's not falling on your head. So this is cool as well. Where did I put that handle? There it is. Lastly, the mop itself has a telescopic mop handle. It comes in 2 colors. There is, this is blue-green, and then there's also, it's called Nordic Naturals. It's kind of like a rose gold, sandy, kind of taupey color. So it's just a Velcro kind of concept here on the bottom of the mop. You have a couple of different options, and the mop is very hard to demo on Facebook, so please excuse that I look super awkward holding it. You can lock this, put this in an unlocked position, which will allow you to rotate this all sorts of ways, or you can lock it. So say you want to put a mop head on it and wipe walls. It will keep it in position. Scrub tile in your shower. Whatever you want to do, you have that option. I am going to pop the head off here just so that we can see. And it is not difficult, but it is, I'm out of space here. There we go. Quick tip, rubber ball on the end. Say there's a tennis shoe scuff mark on your floor. Just flip your mop upside down, rub it on there, take it right off. But like my mother-in-law has back issues, so that mop does not hurt her back, which is great because she likes to use it when she's at my house. Woohoo! Who doesn't love it when somebody wants to clean their house? So the mop comes with 2 pads. We have our, let's start with this, the dry pad. You use this to corral the crumbs. This will pick up chicken nugget crumbs. It will not pick up a chicken nugget. It is a miracle product in a sense, but it will, come on. I mean, eat that nugget. Don't get it on the floor. What's wrong with these people? So when you take it off of the mop head, you're just going to, where'd my rubber brush go? Here we go. Go over your trash can, go outside, whatever you want to do. I wash this maybe once a month, and I mop at least once a week. But that's that. This is your wet pad. I soak this underwater, wring it out as dry as I can, and then put it on the pad. Some people are very particular about getting their wood wet, per se, and want to just spritz it. That's fine too. To each his own. I have bamboo wood floors, and that is what I do. So it just sticks right on there. I use my feet and just step on it when it's on the floor, and it's attached. Peels right off. Cool. So those come with the mop. The ones that do not come with, but are, yeah, see, Becky, look at that. I'm always thinking, just ask me. Shower, great use for it. My Aunt Nancy actually bought this very mop head, top, because she uses it on her tile shower. So this is the tile pad. Some people ask, well, is the damp wet one not going to work on that surface? Of course it is. It's going to work great. But this just has a little bit of like a nylon grit in it that just helps get into the grout a little bit better. So that's an option. Finally, there is the chenille mop head, which I posted a picture last night or the other night of this tackling the pet hair of an Alaskan Malamute. So if you have pups, cats, anything like that, my brother has a chocolate lab, and he uses this. This is pretty awesome to corral all that hair. So I could go on about a whole bunch of other products for quite some time. We've got drinking straws and straw cleaner. We have a bathroom scrub mitt with a rough side and a soft side. I use this mostly for maintenance. When I'm getting out of the shower, I wipe it down with this. We have Enviro sponges. Some people really like sponges for their wiping their counter. Soft on one side, a little bit of grit on the other. All sorts of different things and a lot of solutions for many different jobs. So if you have a specific cleaning challenge and you want to ask me about it, Jenna, I have this spot and I really don't know what to do. What do you suggest? Let's talk about it. You can private message me. You can message me on here. You can have Stephanie ask me. It matters not. I am here to help, and if anybody had a nice time and would like to introduce Norwex to their family and friends, I would love to, I'd say come into your home. Although Morgantown is not very far, I'm just 20 minutes north of Pittsburgh, as you can tell by the Pittsburgh garb above my head here. But I would love to share this with your family and friends. Catalog party, Facebook party, in-home party, whatever you may like. So there goes the kid through the ceiling again. Thank you guys for taking the time to talk with me here. If anybody has any questions, like I said, just reach out to me. We'll keep the party open for a few days. I'll keep everybody on notice before it gets closed out. But I really appreciate Stephanie introducing me to everybody, and I hope everybody has an awesome night. Happy cleaning, sweet dreams, and I am around the rest of the night, so feel free to reach out to me. Bye, guys.